Everspace 2 was my best space game from 2023, so it makes sense that I'd be very excited to try out the new DLC called Titans, right? And this update features the largest objects of the largest ships ever seen in the game, and arguably some of the largest battles you're ever going to see in any space game, full stop, with some very unusual twists here to, well, put it mildly. Now right here, this is obviously spoilers. We've mentioned that right at the start of the video, so we're going to have spoilers all through the video, but I'm going to try and keep them fairly light, only showing off the first sections of each part of the new stories that are in this DLC. There are two separate stories here, two new ones. One is called Dreadnought. It's about a huge, massive ship. You can see that on the screen right here. The other is called Leviathan, and it is about a huge space-borne beast. And we'll see more on that further into the video. So, Dreadnought, what is this all about? Well, this is one of the largest ships to exist in the universe of Everspace 2. These are old era ships, and, well, unfortunately, a pirate faction has got hold of one, and they're, well, as you might imagine, they're abusing its power to really cause chaos and make as much profit from it as they possibly can. It's your job to try and prevent that. So, obviously, with the ship being so large, you can't take it on head-on, but what you do have instead is a multi-stage boss battle, and this is pretty epic. Now, you do get some help along the way with some other NPCs joining you on the mission, and they will help you in a variety of different ways. The first stage of the mission here is to protect some freighters that have got caught up with the pirate activity. This leads you to directly attacking some of the Dreadnought's weapon systems and ultimately destroying them. If you're successful here, you will save most of the freighters, if not all of the freighters, at which point the Dreadnought will jump away. It's then your task to track it down and continue with that mission. But, you know, I'll leave you to discover the rest of that for yourselves if you decide to pick up this DLC. And if you are interested in that, both Everspace 2 and the DLC are linked in the video description. Now, one thing I really enjoy about Everspace 2 is the fact that you can explore its really nice galaxy, and that also includes some free flight around its different star systems. Whether that means you want to take on a little bit of mining and resource gathering, or whether you want to get involved in some combat, you can do so, or if you want to head towards some planets and get down to their surfaces, there are some planetary surface zones here, and you're free to explore those as well. Those will have missions and other activities, as well as a variety of different outposts for you to explore and engage with as well. And it's here, not this one specifically, but these type of outposts where you'll find the Dreadnought mission that starts at Prescott Station and the Leviathan mission actually begin. As you're flying through super light, you will end up being contacted. These will give you some new missions. Head towards those contacts to actually have a discussion with them, and yeah, they will want some assistance. When it comes to the Leviathan mission, that will lead you to checking out what seemed to be a bit of a boneyard, a graveyard of a monster left here in space. And well, look at the scale of this thing. It's pretty clear this is going to be a large beast indeed. And you know what? It puts me in a little bit of mind of the iconic space whales from Starglider 2 back in the day. Eventually, this will lead you to a planet. Look at this. This is absolutely a gorgeous area. This is a gas giant, and you're here in the upper layers of that planet. Now, initially, you'll encounter some other smaller creatures. You will need to deal with them, but in doing so, it will lead you to a rather large encounter. That is the Leviathan itself. Here are the cloud skimmers. You need to, well, deal with them, like I said, and then the Leviathan will make its first appearance. This is a truly massive beast, but unlike with the Dreadnought, you won't be attacking this thing, or certainly not from the outside. It swallows you up pretty quickly, I guess assuming you are food, much like the cloud skimmers that are alongside you. Unfortunately for you, that means you're going to find yourself inside the space whale, inside the Leviathan, and it's your task to find your way out. Now, obviously, you've started at the mouth end here, and you're facing towards the back of the Leviathan, so it left me wondering, well, if you're continuing this direction, you're probably going to be able to escape anyway, and it may not be coming out the same entrance that you went in. Turns out that's not the way to get out. Instead, it's your task to get the Leviathan to spit you up, but that's not without facing some challenges inside its innards. Now, you'll come across a few locked passageways like this one, and you'll have to deal with a few puzzles in order to open these up. These put me in mind a lot of the puzzles in God of War, where you have to sever these tendrils. 3 of them at one go in this case, and again you'll remember this if you've ever played God of War. Sever the tendrils individually and they will regrow. Sever them collectively if you get your ship orientated correctly, and they will not regrow, thereby opening the further passageways into the further depths of the Leviathan. At any rate, this is just the start of the Leviathan story. There is far more to it, so again, I'll leave this one to you to find out for yourselves if you're so inclined. Obviously, I've enjoyed Everspace 2 a lot over the years since it's first made its appearance, but it was very nice to see Rockfish go in a very different direction with this DLC. Something entirely new here, something we haven't experienced before, but also something that does very much seem to fit within the Everspace 2 universe. At any rate, that's my overview of Everspace 2 Titans. Like I said, I don't want to go too far into this because I don't want to spoil the entire story of this, but hopefully it's given you a bit of insight as to what to expect. Thanks for watching this video. I'll catch you next time, and do take care.